Schlockmeister fans, going back to 1977 here. We're going to watch something called Ruby. Let's check it out. Our movie starts out in 1935, and there's some guy in a swamp, and these 5 mafia guys have shown up, and they're looking for that guy who's in the swamp. He's not literally in the swamp, but he's there with his girlfriend, Ruby. And they open fire on the poor guy. The guy's name was Nicky. Into the drink he goes. Ruby was apparently pregnant.
That was the night Ruby's baby was born. That was the night the Dade County gang killed for the last time. They killed one of their own.
Fast forward to 1951. Ruby now owns a drive-in theater.
With her daughter in the old roadhouse by the swamp. She forgot the past and started a legitimate business. One by one, the old gang members returned. And she found jobs for them at her drive-in theater.
But some strange things start to happen around the drive-in. This is the guy who runs the projector. Apparently an ex-mafia guy. He gets attacked by some film. Ruby goes to check on the projectionist later on and finds him. Apparently that was some powerful film that attacked him. This is Jake. I think he's an old mafia guy that Ruby kind of takes care of.
Clear a couple of bottles. Lots of action at the tables. Oh, Jake. I've got to go on, Jake. They're calling for me.
This guy was flirting with this woman at the drive-in, and suddenly he gets punched by something invisible. He'd taken the girl out to the woods and was trying to get in with her. And I guess the wind impaled him on a tree. Oh, that was one hell of an invisible punch. The next day, his body is discovered by 16-year-old Leslie, actress Janet Baldwin, Ruby's daughter. She's apparently a mute and hasn't spoken ever. And that's Stuart Whitman.
Leslie!
Well, rather than call the police with the 2 people who have ended up killed, Ruby decides to bury the bodies in the swamp with the help of Stuart Whitman, so they,
Funny place for Louie and Jess to end up. Meal for some hungry gator.
I believe this guy's a doctor. And he's about to get bit by Leslie.
Leslie, go to your room.
It's all right. She was just curious.
Obviously, that's Piper Laurie in the role of Ruby. Back at the drive-in theater, this kid's trying to get a soda from the machine. Well, hey. Look how easily that opened up. Oh, and look at that. He tells his mom, but his mom doesn't believe him. Next customer. Somehow the machine works for her. That doesn't look like Code Red.
Hey!
She still pines for Nicky.
You gotta understand. It wasn't me. I didn't set you up. That was Jake. Oh, he was so jealous.
Suddenly she hears Nicky's voice coming through the speakers. Freaking out.
Ruby! Ruby!
then somehow another unfortunate employee of hers gets impaled on the big screen. Way up there. Now we're getting to the Exorcist rip-off portion of the film. There's Leslie.
Baby.
Speaking like Nikki.
Oh, I want you. Said you were having my baby. You liar.
Yes, apparently Nikki is attacking her or through the possession of Leslie's body. I don't think a little sledgehammer won't stop, though. Well, the doctor comes and uses hypnosis on her. Leslie was okay moments later.
Hell, you know, honey.
You set up Nikki too?
I love Nikki. I'd never do that.
Clearly she's still possessed, though. She's telling the doctor the story about what happened.
Each suffered one bullet. As he was dying, Nikki swore to get us. All of us.
Remember Jake, the old man she's taking care of, who's blind, in a wheelchair? Here he comes. Oh, Leslie's freaking out. Just like Reagan in The Exorcist with the spider walk.
Jake, it was always you. You believe me now, don't you, Nick? You have to believe me now. I did it for you, Nicky.
Why was Jake blind?
But I did. They're Jake's. I cut them out with my scissors.
Anyway, Stuart Whitman is now getting attacked by, I have no idea what's happening to him. The wind? So he takes off because clearly the drive-in is possessed. Notice the speakers attacking him. Back in Leslie's bedroom, she's turned into Nikki.
She's mine now, Keller.
A few minutes later, Leslie's apparently okay.
Everything's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. You wait and see. Where's Ruby?
Ruby's gone, Vince.
Where is Ruby? She's gone back to the swamp. Oh, and look, Nikki's there.
It's what she wants.
So she disappears
She's mine now.
into the swamp with Nikki. And oh look, that's the end of our film. Alright, let's talk about this film, Ruby. This here is the 2001 DVD put out by VCI. It has recently been released on a Blu-ray disc from VCI also, which is actually the one I watched. A friend of mine, fellow Schlockmeister Jeff, brought that over and we watched that. But I'm using my DVD as the review because he took his Blu-ray home with him. It's not here. So anyway, this is a movie that I never saw as a kid when I was taping movies and stuff, but I saw the ad for it. It was on this end of any VCI tape that you rented would have an ad for Ruby, amongst a lot of other ads too. So I always try to track down those films and watch them because we're familiar with those ads so many times. And I was very curious what was under that thing that Ruby, she removed, like the thing, which we saw was eyes. She had eyes in a jar. But in the trailer, they just show her kind of just about to take it off, but they don't show exactly what it was after that. So for 32 years, I've been wondering what was underneath that thing, and finally found out it was a pair of eyes. So how about that, right? So the movie itself apparently was a hit. I was reading up some stuff about this. It came out in 1977. This was shortly after she did Carrie, Piper Laurie, so she was still in the horror mode there. I'm not sure why it was a big hit. It was all over the place. There was some mafia stuff going on, obviously some Exorcist ripoff stuff going on, and yeah, no nudity in this movie. There is some violence, a couple of gore scenes, but not much, and a very strange ending with her going down into the water, into the swamp with Nikki's skeleton, which is the cleanest looking skeleton I've ever seen, by the way. Apparently, there was another movie version of this which came out with some extra scenes added onto it. When it was shown on television, there was like a censored version or a cut version, but they threw in some extra scenes and they changed the ending. I don't know what that ending was because I haven't seen that, but apparently Piper Laurie and the other actors refused to be involved with the reshoots, so they just had something else altogether. So I'm curious what that is, but I don't know. Apparently all the DVD versions are the same. They're the R-rated theatrical version, which again, I'm not sure why it's R. I think it'd probably be PG-13 today because there's nothing really horrible about this. But anyway, like I said, you can get this from VCI on a Blu-ray. It's probably costs you about $12, $13 or so. It's still available on Amazon right now as I speak. And it's not a bad film. It's okay. Nothing great. But let me know what you think about it if you've seen this thing. It's called Ruby, 1977. Piper Laurie and Stuart Whitman and Janet Baldwin as the daughter, Leslie. Check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Bye.